Hi, it's Maureen, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, join me each month for bullet journal and card making videos. It's been a while for me with my bullet journal videos, but here's my January setup. So first we will have a little look through of some of my December pages. I did create pages for November and October and September. I just didn't get a chance to upload any of that. But here we are with January, fresh and ready for the start of the new year. So also Happy New Year, it's 2025. For this month, I'll be using the Frozen Edges stamp set, some Stampin' Up! Markers, some fine liner Rite-Tech markers, some Stampin' Up! Markers. I have my Mossy Meadow, I think, and Bubble Bath. And then some Tombow markers, Kuretake markers, and a white gel pen. I'm going to get started by stamping some snowflakes on the right side of the page, just trying a little different layout for this month or setup for my my hello page. I'm writing January from top to bottom using the Bubble Bath marker, and then I'm going to go in with a fine liner marker and just do some of the shading. There we go. So actually I am using a gray, I think that's the basic gray marker that I'm using from Stampin' Up! And I am just creating my hello page. So, like I said, it's Happy New Year. It is January 2025. We are starting a new year. I am going to try to be more consistent with my bullet journal videos. I am creating my bullet journal layouts, and I'm also filming. I'm just not always editing, and I even edited one of the months, and then I never went and did the voiceover. So it's just that life gets busy and I can't get to all of it. And so, you know, you do what you can and you can't stress out about what you can't get to. But here I decided to add some of the pink or Bubble Bath Stampin' Right marker or ink. I'm using the ink pad. So I'm using the Bubble Bath ink pad, and I am adding some of that pink there to the snowflakes. I thought that would make it look a little bit more interesting instead of just snowflakes. But here I'm, you know, just adding some color to it. So on my next page, I am doing my usual calendar setup. I'm going to create those 5x5 squares, just as usual, and it's going to look a lot like the last, well, you haven't seen my pages in a while, but it's going to look like most of my calendar setups. So just 5x5. I will be adding some snowflakes to this page as well using that Frozen Edges stamp set from Stampin' Up! And right now I am just counting down. I do a lot of it freehand. Some of it I trace out so that I'm not spending so much time during the video to create it. But when I am working here, I just can easily count out. When I made this layout, I did omit one day. I will fill that in at the end of this page. But I didn't count it out right, and I only had enough for 30 days instead of 31. But I am writing January at the top, again using the Bubble Bath Stampin' Right marker, and then I'm going to go in with the basic gray Stampin' Right marker and do a little bit of tracing. I love these Stampin' Right markers. They are a second generation, I suppose is what you might call them, but they are revised. They're better than the ones that Stampin' Up! Used to have. The fine point is more juicy. It used to be very narrow or very thin, and you really could barely see it when you would write with it, but these you can see very clearly when you're writing on the fine tip. And then I of course love the brush tip that they have. But here with my calendar, I'm using the Tombow marker, or I was using the Tombow marker to create those rectangles at the top, and that's where I'm going to put the days of the week. So I'm adding little bubbles into each box, and I am going to write the dates or the numbers for the month there. And here is my calendar set up for my habits. I have not been so good with my habits, but I'm putting it there because I have good intentions, and I think if I see it, then maybe I will do it. If I don't pay any attention to it this month, then I will change that out for February. I will just either try some different habits or just get rid of it. I have done that before, and that's the thing about a bullet journal. You use it for what you need, you make it work for you, and whatever is not working for you, then you just change it out and add something else. I decided to add snowflakes to the top of this page just so that to give it more interest than just having the calendar and my writing. And then I'm also adding some to the bottom. And now I'm going to add that pink using the bubble bath. So yeah, I messed up. I had the gray, the basic gray ink pad out, and that's not what I wanted, but I decided just to color some more of them with it, just to get rid of the ink, number one. And then number two, since I already messed up, I figured I would create more of the mess up to make it look like it was intended. So now it's intentional. But it's fine. So then I did add in some more pink, and now I'm just adding those dates in there, the numbers for the month of January. And this page is coming along, not so much more to do. I did grab my white gel pen. I love these pens. They are nice and juicy. If you don't use them in a while, then you may have to switch it out and use a newer one. But I love how it does pop over the Tombow marker. So just adding the dates or the days of the week here. And I think I might have one more thing that I want to add, or two more things here. So I'm going to add my habits. So on the left, I only have 3 habits. Of course, there are more things that I do, but these are the 3 things that I'm trying to focus on: walking, stretching, and posting. So I do post some on Instagram. You can always check me out there, Maureen's Bujo Life, and you'll see pictures of the months where I did not create videos. So my December pictures are there, as well as my November and October. So again, that's Maureen's Bujo Life. You can check that out and see what I didn't get to. So here we are. We're moving along to the gratitude page. This is my 1 line a day, where I always write something that I'm thankful for or a memory of the day. And I add that there, and it's helpful because it does help me to find something to be thankful for each day. Of course, there are a lot of things to be thankful for, but it helps me to focus on that. I think it's important to focus on the good and not the bad. And the more you focus on the good, the more good there is to see, and then you feel better, I think. So focus on the good. That's where you should focus. So I'm adding in 1 line a day. This gel marker is just not, or gel pen is not making me happy, so I do switch it out. I don't show that, but then I will come back with a different one that you'll see isn't giving me a problem, so you can tell that I got a different one. So on the right side, I am creating my usual tasks page. So with the tasks page, I divide separate my tasks into 2 categories. So on the left side is going to be home, the right side will be work. So on the left side, the things that I want to get to at home, I'm going to list them there, and then I'll list the ones for work on the right side. And as I do them, then I will, cross them off. I also use this page to then navigate, migrate, that's the word I want, to migrate the task from this page onto my weeklies. So as I make the long list on this page, then each week I will look and see which of those tasks from this page I want to move on or migrate to a weekly. So that's how I do that. But you can see me stamping snowflakes here at the bottom, and then some along the top and the sides. And then I'm adding in that bubble bath. I love the color bubble bath, but it's like a soft pink. It's really, really pretty. And again, it's just giving some more color to this page. I would call this a simple setup because it didn't take a whole lot to create it. I then decided to add more of that bubble bath just all around the edge of the page. And then I'm going to do that to the calendar page, but I'm doing that off the video. So you won't see that here, but you'll see it in the flip through. And I'm just trying to have continuity with that. Just so that all of the pages have that rim of pink, which I think makes it look really pretty. But now I am on my final layout, and this layout is my weekly. Again, I'm doing my 2-page, 2-week weekly. So I have 1 week on the left and another week on the right. And so I'm just creating my boxes. You've seen this layout before. It works for me, so I am using it. Next month, I am going to go back to a different one that I've used in the past that I really like as well. So you have to check me out in February, or hopefully just before February, and you'll see how I set that one up. And if for some reason I don't get to it, check out Maureen's Bujo Life on Instagram, and you will find the pictures there. So I am just creating my headings here using the Tombow marker. In each of these sections, I am going to write the day of the week, and then I'm going to also add the date. One other thing that, oh, okay, actually I didn't get to that, so you will see that soon. I am jumping ahead. Let's see, what else can I tell you about this page? I don't know. Bullet journals, I find that they bring me joy. I don't know, if you do create a bullet journal, I'm hoping that you find joy in it. It helps me to have a creative outlet and a place to use my stamps, a place to write about my day, and then also organize my life so I can organize the things that I need to do for home and for work. And it really does help me. I was introduced to bullet journaling from my daughter when she was in high school. So she had this book and I thought it was interesting, and I asked her to tell me about it, and then she did. And then I got more information from one of my coworkers who was also starting a bullet journal. So my friend Edie from work. So we both kind of started this venture at the same time, and we're both still doing it, both still love it. And I can't imagine not doing it. It's a great place to document what you need to do. And it's a great thing that you can look back on later in life and see what was happening. So I think I started this in 2016. I have to double check, but I think I've been doing it since 2016. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to add snowflakes to the top of the page, just like the other pages. And you can see I'm trying to make it go faster here. So this stamp set is pretty cool because there are a cluster of snowflakes, and then there's an individual snowflake. So you can use that one to fill in the gaps. So here I am creating the section where I'll be migrating those tasks over. So each of these sections that I'm working in now will say this week, and so I'll put the tasks for this week in that section, and then I can mark them off as I do them, and that will help me. So I'm adding paint to the top, but one of the things I thought about is that there was so much space at the bottom of this page, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. And then I remembered the stamp set that I used in December. So I'm going to pull that one out. It's called Yuletide Village, and it is also from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to stamp that at the bottom. And Yuletide Village is a very cute stamp set. It has different homes and a church. I think there's 4 or 5 different stamps in that set, but I'm going to stamp a house on the right side and then 2 homes together on the left, so like townhomes or a twin house, I guess you would call it. And I'm coloring in the bows and the shutters, and I think that's everything. So here is my final flip through. Thank you for watching. Please give me a thumbs up to let me know you like what you saw. Also, share this video with your friends, subscribe so that you get notifications. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.